how did I become a meditation and mindfulness expert? Well, my story dates back from uh, when I was an adolescent. I had extreme, at a time, anxiety and even depression. I grew up an orphan, and I was looking for a way to help myself cope and deal better. And one way that I was able to help myself was with positive thinking. And basically, one thing led to another, and as many years had gone by, I stayed interested in always helping myself and to live better, have more peace, happiness. And I stumbled upon, of course, meditation. And I didn't think meditation would be of any good. I thought it was just a relaxation technique, and that I wasn't particularly anxious anymore, nor was I too overly stressed a lot of the time, so I didn't think I needed it. Anyway, as I delved in and read more research, I discovered that it's much more than a relaxation technique. In fact, the third wave of psychology and even a lot of therapies that are developed, major universities that are scientifically proven, all focus on mindfulness and different meditation techniques that have been known for thousands of years. They're just now verifying them scientifically. So uh, basically, when you know about your thought processes, and you know about the positive thinking, and you know about which thoughts create which kind of emotions and behaviors, for instance, thoughts of loss create feelings of sadness. Uh, Thoughts of gain produce feelings of happiness. Thoughts of being treated unfairly, unjust, create feelings of anger. Uh, and so when you know the basic how it works and how to how this works, you're using positive thinking, and you're having to struggle quite a lot, in my opinion, to maintain this positive base. It's more of a Western kind of a philosophy, and it works, no doubt. It works for many people, and I'm not going to disqualify it at all, because it is a powerful tool in your overall arsenal. But what you discover is how mindfulness techniques, and in particular vipassana meditation, is a more elegant approach to this benefit, this ultimate benefit of well-being and positive affect and positive results in your life that you truly want, without all the struggle. For instance, instead of engaging with the thought of loss or a thought of anger, you just simply have a different relationship with it, to where you don't have to fight it. Instead, you can just see it. And when you can just see it uh, and observe it, and it doesn't take control of you, it doesn't have any power over you. It's so elegant that it is this one technique can be used for all of the emotions, and not just the emotions, the body stimuli that often upsets people, whether that's different pains or whatever, impulses, urges, addictions, you name it. It's basically a universal way to deal with most any personal problems. And whether you are a person who is just looking for uh, to practice to have more peace, or just even a little bit of benefits of having better well-being, or like even adding is something that you should add to your diet, like vegetables or jogging a few times a week. Meditation is absolutely um, one of the things that you should put in to a healthy lifestyle. Now, in particular, I'm talking about vipassana meditation, because of the benefits are so far-reaching. And it doesn't mean that it's easy at first. It does require you to develop a different relationship with your experiences. And so this is what I learned. And basically, I was practicing the breathing meditation for a couple years, and uh, I didn't really get too many benefits because it made me relax afterwards for an hour or two, but it wasn't far reaching. It wasn't until further on in my journey, I discovered about a technique that the Buddha called vipassana. And when I started to practice this form of vipassana, I got such incredible benefits so fast. In fact, some things that maybe would have took me months to process before, and even then it was hard. For instance, like a breakup from a girlfriend, you're able to process much faster because you allow all the emotions to be there and exist instead of fighting them or running for them or trying to change them or the situation. And what it does is it creates this sense of peace, and there's a lot of things that go on that really can't be described unless you experience it. And that's why even the Buddha taught that you must learn through experience, not through only what someone teaches you, but your own personal experience, and then you be the judge. So what this technique of vipassana is all about is about you practicing and you getting the personal benefit and seeing for yourself how amazing the results are. Now, what really changed me was I was practicing this vipassana on and off, and I saw some of the glimpses of the benefits, a little bit of the insight. But my life, like even the Buddha's, was a bit extreme. I was doing some extreme dieting, and I was doing some extreme fitness, and I wasn't listening to my body. I was not mindful of my body about certain things like drinking too much water even, and I had got exercise-associated hyponatremia where I almost died. And luckily, I was treated well in the hospital to where I'm alive today, and now I know how to prevent that always in the future. And really what it comes down to is the middle path and moderation, which was ultimately what the Buddha taught. And one of the ways he taught this middle path was to teach people vipassana. It will naturally occur to you. And so this happened, and 2 days later I was riding a motorcycle, and I got into a very bad accident on the freeway. I broke my shoulder, my back. I got nerve damage that was so extreme I still can't move the hand fully. And it was during this time that I heard over and over again, maybe about 5 times from different people, that I need to find the middle path. And it was almost like it was calling me, and I was also searching. And so these things turned out to be benefits in disguise in a way. After the accident, 2 days later, I went to a monk monastery in the middle of nowhere. And there is one of the most famous vipassana teachers in all of Southeast Asia there. He's 92 years old. And he is one of the most famous and distinguished vipassana teachers all around. And I was lucky enough to get this training while it was still available. And when I was there, we meditated anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a day. And it was very intense, day in, day out, for over 3 weeks. And living like a monk, eating like a monk, only 2 meals a day, spending all the time meditating, I was able to get so much benefit and insight from this. And it really, I found the middle path, and I found how to apply it to my life. And I know that many people who went to this meditation retreat did not benefit in the same way. So I feel very lucky that I finally got the insight. And as many monks say, that once you have the insight, it's like the light goes on and it can't go out. And this is now my hope and my mission now for you, to get this benefit, because it'll turn into such incredible peace. I have to say, before I got the benefit of vipassana, I wasn't thinking too much about stress, but if I look back now, I was extremely stressed out. for the most part, going about my activities. I have so much incredible peace now. The only way to describe it is like a river that flows through you, that is like a river of peace, and it wells up inside only. And you can have the same benefit, and you will have the same benefit with the practice of vipassana. And so that's my story, and I'm still here in Southeast Asia. For instance, I go to India, Southeast Asia, and I practice meditation with some of the best vipassana practitioners in the whole world that are alive today, and some who, unfortunately, one who is not alive anymore. But I was fortunate enough to work one-on-one. And now this information I want to pass to you so that you can have more peace inside. And when you have more peace inside, there will be peace around you and those around you. And that's my hope for you, and that's my story. And so now my mission is to have everyone just like you benefit and feel this extreme peace that will well up from within and make your life so much better.